What's up, Geeksters? It's me, Omar from geeksterlabs.com. How you guys doing today? Well, today I have my final review in my series of videos covering the FDR-AX33 4K camcorder from Sony. If you guys want to check out my other videos like the unboxing, the detailed physical tour, the Wi-Fi setup and demo, the menu system tour, and the sample 4K footage, check out the links in the description. Now, this is Sony's newest 4K consumer-based camcorder, and they released their first 4K camcorder, its big brother, the AX100, about a year ago. But it's more of a prosumer camera with lots of custom options, a larger body, and a higher price tag. Now, the AX33 is more user-friendly with lots of auto settings, and it's targeted more towards the average consumer, while still having a few manual options, which we'll discuss later in this review. Now, the price point of this camera is $850 on 42photo.com, and I just want to give a shout out to 42nd Street Photo for sending me this camera to test out and review for you guys. The price for this camera from B&H Photo and Best Buy and stores like that is about $900. So you can save yourself about $50 by going to 42photo.com. And of course, the price could be lower depending on when you're actually viewing this review. So right now, these are the current prices. Now, as far as the physical aspects of this camera, it's actually a little heavier than you'd expect. It weighs almost 1.5 pounds with the included battery attached. The size of the camera itself is actually larger as well. It's about 6.1 inches long and almost 3 inches wide and tall. So it might be a handful if you have little hands. And it features a crisp 3-inch touchscreen display. So let's discuss some specs. This is a 4K camera, but it's not native 4K, which would be 4096 by 2160. It's a slightly smaller resolution that they call Ultra 4K HD, which is 3840 by 2160. And so it can record that 4K at 24 frames per second and 30 frames per second using Sony's XAVC-S codec. Now keep in mind, if you do want to do any kind of 4K filming, you're going to need to have a high quality SD card. So it's going to have to be a Class 10 SD card that can film at either 100 megabytes per second or 60 megabytes per second. Now when it comes to 1080p HD, that'll record at 60 frames per second in Sony's XAVC-S codec or in the usual AVC HD codec. And you can also shoot photo stills as well. It shoots them at 20.6 megapixels while shooting videos. I don't think you're going to take too many pictures while doing this, but if it is something you want to do, it is a 20 megapixel camera. Now inside the camera, it's using a smaller sensor. It's actually filming with a 1 and 2.3 inch Exmor-R CMOS sensor, which does an overall good job at capturing crisp, vibrant video. But like most camcorders, it introduces a lot of graininess in low light conditions. You can actually see an example of this in my sample footage video. As far as the lens goes, it features a wide 35mm equivalent lens with a focal length of 29.8mm whenever that's in movie mode. And as far as the zoom goes, it's 10 times optical zoom and 20 times what they call clear image zoom, which is basically digital zoom. Now the shining feature that really sets this camcorder apart from others is the balanced optical steady shot, which is the image stabilization that it uses. Now there's regular mode and then there's active mode. Now when active mode is engaged, it moves the actual entire optical block at once, which reduces shaking and really smooths out the video footage, and you can see it moving. So it focuses on whatever you're taking the image of, and it keeps it in focus. So you can see here the lens bouncing and moving around. And this is really good, especially when you're slightly zoomed in while filming, because that's normally whenever you zoom in on a camcorder and you're moving around, that's usually when it gets kind of crazy and the image stabilization is a little tough. But with this one, it does a really good job keeping it on point and keeping it nice and smooth. So when it comes to audio, this camcorder features Sony's traditional, crisp 5.1 channel surround sound microphone that they use, and it also comes with on-screen levels, so you can see how your levels are doing. But keep in mind that it will only record in 2 channels, that's left and right, on Sony's XAVC-S format, which means you won't be able to have 5.1 audio in your 4K video recordings. It does offer some nice auto gain control limit and auto wind noise reduction options to make it a little bit easier to get higher quality sound in different situations. But probably one of my favorite audio features is the My Voice canceling option, which helps block all the audio coming from behind the camcorder. So like if you're filming at a party or something, you have people that are talking loudly behind you, it's going to do a better job of blocking out that noise, so it'll just focus on whatever is in front of you. If you want to use your own mic, there's actually a 3.5mm mic input on the side, which is very nice, and also a nice feature is that it has a headphone output as well, so you can actually monitor your own audio with your headphones. And you can also use the full-size multi-interface accessory shoe that's on the top of the camera to attach Sony microphones, and there's actually a port in there that Sony microphones will attach to, so you don't have to plug anything else in, you just slide it into place. Or you can use other compatible accessories like lights and things like that with here as well, or you can just attach anything because it's a normal regular size shoe, just like you would find on a DSLR camera. One of the fun manual features that will make some users happy is the assignable manual ring on the front. So this manual ring on the front of the camcorder can be assigned to control things like zoom, focus, exposure, iris, shutter speed, exposure, or white balance. And it can easily be turned on and off by pressing that manual button on the front of the camera. And it really gives you an opportunity to get creative and get some cool artistic shots like pulling focus on an object. Now, when it comes to enhanced connectivity and remote control, the camcorder features Wi-Fi and NFC if you have an Android smartphone. So this lets you use your smartphone or tablet to have limited recording control over the camcorder. It also allows you to use your tablet as like a second display so you can see a little bit larger image of what you're actually recording. You can also wirelessly transfer still photos from the camera and converted MP4 videos files to your mobile device. So you won't be able to wirelessly transfer high quality like 4K videos or even 1080p videos, but it will transfer 720 HD videos that'll be converted. And there's actually an option you need to engage on the camera to where it will simultaneously record your whatever it is your video footage is, like if it's a 4K video, but it's also going to record an MP4 version of it that will allow you to wirelessly transfer over, which will take up more space on your card, but it makes it possible to wirelessly send videos to your phone. For more details on that, check out my Wi-Fi setup and demo video. I talk more in detail about that feature. So overall, guys, this is a great camcorder for the average consumer looking to capture 4K quality video. Keep in mind, if you plan on editing that 4K footage, you might need a nice computer setup so that you won't have to deal with some slow performance, because those 4K files are kind of large. So I'd like to thank 42nd Street Photo once again for letting me borrow this camcorder to test and review for you guys. If you want to check out any of my other videos from this series of FDR-AX33 coverage, click on one of the clips here, or you check out the links in the description if you're viewing this on mobile. If you have any questions about the things I've covered or didn't cover in this review, just post them down below. I read every comment on all of my videos and always respond as quickly as possible, usually within a day. So if you want to stay up to date with all my reviews, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And as always, make sure you stop by geeksterlabs.com for the latest in geek news and video reviews. And I'll see you guys in the next video.